The Boston Red Sox find themselves in a particularly fascinating situation. They're currently last place in the AL East, in a very competitive AL East, but were they in the AL Central, they'd be third. Yes, they are 9 games probably by now under 500 following their abysmal 1-8 defeat against Atlanta today, but yesterday there was something quite out of the ordinary that occurred. I had gone to bed, and I think it was the 5th or 6th inning. I then awoke to find the Red Sox down 2-1 in the 7th inning. Peyton Tolley had pitched a masterpiece, a complete game, essentially a 4-hitter up until this point in the 7th inning. And what fascinated me most about this particular game is that the Red Sox recorded 16 fly ball outs from the 25 batters Peyton Tolley faced. And I think Peyton Tolley's final pitch count was around about 80 pitches. And so I need somebody to fact check this, or check when the last time that many fly ball outs were recorded in sort of that small margin. Additionally, the Red Sox then went on to win this game. Chapman ultimately came in the 9th, got the first 2 outs. The third one was supposed to be a routine ground ball to short. Monasterio airmailed the throw. Luckily, Contreras retrieved it, preventing Jorge Mateo from going to second base. Anyway, long story short, Mateo steals second base. Chapman then throws 8 consecutive balls, kind of loses control a bit, then faces Hassan Kim, who after 4 pitches finds himself in a 1-2 count. Hits a sort of soft ground ball off of the which ricochets off of the shin of Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman retrieves the ball, stumbles forward, and launches it to first base. Contreras to secure the out. So the Red Sox win the game. And ultimately, you never know when you come to the ballpark what you're going to watch. This was one of those crazy moments. And yes, the Red Sox holding the Atlanta Braves, the most sort of the strongest offense, arguably, in the best record in the MLB, to 4 hits is quite telling. And I think the Red Sox fundamental problem does not lie in their pitching. It lies in the offense, the lack of offense. Your decision to not sign to sign any free agent capable of smashing 25 plus homers is now proving to be the wrong decision. The decision of not trading Jarren Duran or any other outfielder is also proving to be the wrong decision. Look, everyone understands Jarren Duran's abilities, his pressure on the base pass, but fundamentally, he's kind of having a down year, and you would have gotten the most for him at sort of a mid to high point last season. So where do the Red Sox go from here? Their pitching has been amazing. I think since May, best pitching so far from openers. And even from the bullpen, it's been locked down. But the offense just has not been able to hit. With a more pristine offense, with a premier offense, with a more consistent offense, the Red Sox would have undoubtedly had a 9-3 or even 10-2 record in May, which would have entirely flipped the narrative. But now we're here. Red Sox 9 games under 500. And, do I see much change? Probably not. Yes, we have some injury stories out, but he wasn't particularly effective. Roman Anthony's out. And we're seeing some other perhaps key, otherwise influential, just people in the clubhouse. So I expect the Red Sox, if they're still in playoff contention, to make some moves at the deadline, and trade for some free agents. Not free agents, but just make some calculated trades. And it's difficult because there was a lot of promise going into the season that the Red Sox would kind of be back to their old ways and be above their rivals, but now they're sitting 5th place, and it doesn't look like things are going to change. So we'll see what happens. I'm obviously still optimistic. I'm very happy with the pitching because, as I was saying, I'd much rather lose a game with little offense and better pitching than worse pitching and enough offense. Because pitching is and will always be what wins you games. Simple as that.